Hey everyone, it's Tim here from Codices, and today I'm going to talk to you about our brand new game mode called Risk It and give you an idea of how best to play it. So if you open up the extension configuration page, the first thing we're going to do is create a new game. So to start with, let's give it a name. Do you know Tim? Now in terms of the game modes, there's still knockout and points, but to do the new mode you want to click Risk It. So the whole point of Risk It is that as a streamer, you'll tell a story or fact about yourself, and then you'll take questions from the audience. You'll try and work out whether it's true or false. If it's true, you want to persuade your audience that it's false, and if it's false, you want to persuade your audience that it's true. The way it works is that each audience member places coins on what they think is right, and the person at the end with the most coins wins. Alongside that, if most of the audience get a question right, then the streamer gets a point, and if most of them get it wrong, then the audience get a point. So there's also another game going on below it. So let's set some questions. For this, I'll add 2 questions. The first being, my name is Tim, which I hope is true. And the second will be, I have a cat, which is false. I'm sure you guys can do a lot more interesting questions than I can come up with. And the time to answer questions up here is how long you want to give your audience time to ask you questions after you've told your story. So the reason we want to set this as a time limit is that it gives a bit more pressure to people having to answer questions, and means that there's a fixed time as well, which just adds a bit more excitement when you've got something counting down. So for this mode, we're going to keep it as 30 seconds for this demo now, and I'll click confirm. Okay, so on the left you can see the Twitch stream going on. On the right hand side you can see the control panel, and this will give you a full view of everything that's happening. So to kick off, let's go to your quizzes. Do you know Tim? And start the quiz. So this is the first screen, this is the rules screen. So here people can click to see the rules. And if you have your pointer on the left hand side, it will show true and right is false, and you just click to place coins on it, and you'll see the totals go down. And if you want to swap them, you can swap them at any point as well. So that's how those mechanics work. Okay, so here you can see the first question popping up. It will keep in time with the stream. There's just a slight delay because of the latency on the video, but it will always stay in sync, so you want to read stuff out as soon as it shows up on this dashboard. So at this point, I'd want to tell you guys a story about why my name is Tim. Maybe my parents used to have a great aunt called Tim, and that's what they called me. And then once I've done telling the story, people can choose to bet coins then. But after that, I want to start the Q&A timer, and what that'll do is that'll count down on the stream as well, so people can ask me questions. At the moment, it's not set to a very high time, so while I'm doing it, people can ask, is that true, and other things to try and grill me and make me hopefully slip up and make a mistake. And here we just have a waiting for players animation as we wait for the people with lower latency to catch up, so they have a time to answer. And here, so this is the high rollers board, so it shows up who the top 3 players are who bet the most on each side. At the beginning, if there's more people that have selected it, then it will just show how many people selected and what their score was. So you can see that the top user here definitely thinks that's true, and the top user here definitely thinks that's false. And then when we hit start reveal, it will then go into our reveal animation. So this will show how many people we thought had it. So most people think it's true, and some think it's false. And then we'll reveal the answer is true. And we'll then get an idea of everyone's scores and how well they did. And if you got it right, then you win points. If you get it wrong, you lose them. I think I put exactly half on each one, so I don't have any change on my coins because you get double back. And so when you're looking at this stuff out, you want to read it out according to this, because that'll keep everything in sync. Again, this is just syncing back with the video. And after each question as well, you can either choose to show the scores or not. So because the audience mostly got this right, they got a point there, number 1. And we can see the top leaderboards there. In terms of the players, they'll be able to see where they rank as well if they're not in the top 5, but the top 5 will be shown at the top. To go quickly to the next question. So again, it's at this point, after each round, you will get 30 coins each. So if you do lose everything, you can still be in with a chance to win. So at this point, I'd stop telling my story about why I owned a cat, And then again, you can see the top 3 players there. That are the people who are risking the most coins on each button. And again, we can start the reveal. On this one, most people think it's false. And the correct answer is false. So everyone who bet on false gets their coins doubled. I get a well done message there for doing it right. And we can go from this screen into the final results screen, where we should have some cool fireworks going off as well. So as you can see, the audience won with 2-0 because they both guessed right, and I failed to convince people of the right answers. And yeah, we can also see the top 5 players there as well. And if you scroll down, you can see all the players that are playing at once. Thanks guys for watching. I hope that was useful. And if you do have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch with us on our Discord.